if I care about that kingdom's assignment. But if I get here and I wasn't sent, okay, if I was never sent by that kingdom, it explains why I come here and I have my own agenda. It explains why I come here and I have my own perspective of what am I going to portray. You see, a believer can't help, especially a believer that's maturing or seeing the purpose of maturity. All these things, that's why I always, when you hear all this prosperity gospel only consumes the person into themselves. If you listen to Hubert Angel's message here, Hubert Angel's message is anybody that wants competition, they can come into competition because he has the best prophecies. Now, you'll remember on the previous video, he said, okay, on the previous video that we spoke about, he said that he can change football matches, he can change scores, he can change who's going to win, he can change. And he says because people give money into his church and they favor one particular team, yeah, he can cause that team to win because of that thinking. So in perspective, basically, in view of what the assignment, let's go back to the assignment aspect then. If he was a prophet of God, right? If he was a prophet of God and had the assignment of God, he wouldn't be making the competition because that's not the assignment from the kingdom where he would come from. Okay? That would not be the assignment that you get from back there. That heaven has its own agenda. Heaven has its own message. And what is that message? The message starts from Hebrews 1 verse 1. It says in previous times you had messages from different people in different manners. But now we have this, all messages come through the Son. So all messages are communicated through the Son. So heaven's agenda, it's not you. So why would the competition make sense to a heavenly citizen? Unless one is not a heavenly citizen. Then we understand why they get into strife and competition. They get into competition because that is what their assignment is to compete with other people because they have their own assignment. A lot of times we spend too much time talking about fake, not fake, fake, not fake. But we don't realize sometimes it's not even fake, whether fake or not fake. We just have to use identifying tools, okay? And what are those identifying tools? What's the assignment of heaven? What's heaven's assignment? And it takes you back into Prophet Joel's message here. If you had heaven in mind, you would not be concerned with this competition you want to prove of yourself or your calling. So because there is no calling, and because now for other people we don't know who. For other people, as previously we had heard, Sangomas, Babalawos, and so forth, saying that they have given people powers out there who are going to use, they are given a spirit of the dead to follow them. And that spirit of the dead is the one that gives them the prophecies. So you can understand where theirs come from. Because they have had to go through such a hard direction in order to obtain a calling. So therefore they have to get into competition. Yeah, you have to compete. You have to show that you have something that looks legit, even though it's not. My only frustration or my only offense when it comes to most of this content or a lot of these things is that they even challenge those that they know are authentic. You know, you have a person who's teaching a false doctrine, trying to debate or compete with a person who's teaching true doctrine. You've seen instances like that. A person will be clear that this person is teaching the Bible. They would compete with them. They would want to, and they get into this. So you would wonder, but why do they do this? It's because they are saving themselves. They were not sent. They bring you to themselves. And when you see something like that, be extremely concerned. It's Ricky, and I'll see you on a later on episode. Other episodes down today, they'll be down in the pin comments, and y'all check them out, and I'll see you on a later on. Salute.